In this video, I'll review a new custom backpack that I purchased from ULA Equipment. For those that aren't familiar with ULA Equipment, they're a small company in the US that specializes in lightweight backpacks. I've used several of their backpack models over the years, including the Circuit and Ohm 2.0 models. One of the things that I appreciate with ULA, in addition to the packs being made in the US, is that you can choose either the standard design or you can customize the pack to suit your needs. With a custom option, you have more choice when it comes to fabric, and color selection, and other features. I should note that there is an additional charge to go the custom route, so you'd have to take that into consideration. The pack that I recently purchased, and the one that I'll review, is a custom Photon model. The Photon is one of their smaller volume packs that's suitable for day hikes or even multi-day backpacks if your kit is lightweight and packed small. In my case, I plan to use this pack for all of my day hikes. This pack has plenty of space for all the gear that I would bring on a day hike, including my camera gear. Let's take a look at the specs for this pack. First, the Photon is a frameless pack. It doesn't utilize a frame that's constructed of a carbon hoop or aluminum stays like some of their other packs that are designed to carry more weight. The weight of this pack in a size large torso is 24 ounces without the included foam back panel. The removable foam back panel weight is 2.1 ounces. I broke out the weight of the included foam back panel separately since I plan to use an alternate back panel that I'll show later in the video. The volume of the pack is 35 liters, and you can see how that 35 liters breaks down. Now if we look at fabrics, the standard fabric is Robic nylon, where if you choose the custom option, X-Pack fabric is also available. The main reason I went with the custom option is because I wanted this pack to be made in the X-Pack fabric. X-Pack is lightweight, durable, and waterproof, which are all desirable properties for a backpack. If you look at the graphic, you can see that X-Pack is a composite fabric which consists of multiple layers that are bonded together to form the fabric. The exterior face fabric is the durable layer meant to handle abuse. The X-Ply mesh adds stability and tear strength. The polyester barrier adds waterproofing, and the interior woven backing protects the polyester barrier from damage and adds strength for seams. X-Pack comes in a range of composite constructions. There are lighter fabrics all the way up to heavier, more durable constructions. I chose the VX21 fabric for all but the bottom of the pack. For the bottom, I went with an X50 fabric, which uses a more durable Cordura nylon face fabric for added abrasion resistance. Now, I wouldn't consider the pack itself to be waterproof. I expect some water ingress along the seams during sustained rain. I'll still use a pack liner to fully waterproof the pack. The X-Pack fabric itself will hold less water compared to the standard Robic nylon fabric. In terms of carrying capacity, ULA recommends a base weight of 12 pounds or less for the Photon. Base weight, of course, is the weight of all your gear minus consumables, which are food, water, and fuel. And the recommended max load for this pack is 18 pounds or less. Now that we've covered the specs, let's take a look at the design and features of this pack. First, let's look at storage. Like many lightweight packs, it has a single large interior pocket for your main gear items. There's a large front mesh pocket on the outside of the pack. I use this to store things like my maps or sunglasses, things that I access throughout the day. There's also a shock cord over the front pocket that you can use to hold wet clothing on the outside of the pack. The pack has two generously sized hip belt pockets that provide quick access to items such as your phone or energy bars. I can easily fit 2 energy bars in a single pocket, and the pockets are also large enough to fit my iPhone 12 Pro Max. The pack has mesh water bottle pockets on either side of the pack. With the pack on, I can easily reach for my bottles. Also, the stretch mesh holds the water bottles really well. There is, however, a cutout in the water bottle pockets for the shoulder straps, so you'd want to stay away from storing small items in these pockets as they can easily fall out. The pack utilizes a roll top closure system, and I find that the roll top stands up easily due to the inherent stiffness of the X-Pack fabric. and this makes it easier to get things in and out of the pack. This pack uses the standard single top strap. However, you can get it in the optional Y strap if you go the custom route. The roll top has 2 additional side straps that, along with the top strap, allow you to compress the top part of the pack. Also, there are 2 additional side compression straps. The compression features allow you to compress the pack to better fit the volume of the contents that you're carrying. This helps to keep the load secure, and the bottom of the pack also has a nice tapered shape. And this helps with distributing the load a little higher up in the pack so it's not at all concentrated at the bottom of the pack. Like other ULA packs that I've used in the past, the shoulder straps are padded well and are wide enough to distribute the load across a wider surface area. I carry my Garmin InReach Mini on one of the shoulder straps. I use one of the D-rings along with some shock cord to secure the device. The position of the sternum strap is adjustable along the strap so you can dial in the fit to your torso. Now let's look at the hip belt. You can actually order this pack without the hip belt. I chose to go with the hip belt for a few reasons. First, I like the convenience of hip belt pockets. I also appreciate how the hip belt helps to take some of the weight off of my shoulders. And lastly, if I'm scrambling, the pack is more secure on my back and doesn't flop side to side as much with the hip belt. The hip belt wings are sewn into the pack on this model. They have good padding but still have some stiffness in them to help with load carrying. The front part of the pack has adjustable loops on either side to hold things like trekking poles or an ice axe. In terms of sizing, the pack comes in multiple torso sizes and hip belt sizes, so you can choose the fit that's right for you. ULA offers backpack accessories that you could find on their website. I did, however, get one accessory for this pack, which is the internal stash pocket, which weighs 20 grams or 0.7 ounces. The stash pocket is where I would store my keys and wallet, and I like this pocket because at the end of a hike, I don't have to go digging through my pack to find my keys or wallet. Plus, this keeps them in a secure place since the pocket is zippered and attached to the interior of the pack. Alright, let's talk modifications. There is one modification that I've done to make it more comfortable when carrying load. Instead of using the included foam back panel, I'll instead use a sleeping pad to create a virtual frame. And this is a common method to add some structure to a frameless pack to reduce the amount of torso pack collapse. Torso pack collapse causes a shortening of the torso section as weight is added to the pack. And this results in a condition where more of the weight is then felt on the shoulder straps. In my case, my virtual frame is a 19-inch long section from a Thermarest Ridge Rest sleeping pad. This pad adds stiffness to the back panel to reduce torso pack collapse. Other methods of creating a virtual frame for a frameless pack are a folded up closed-cell foam sleeping pad against the back panel, or a folded up partially inflated pad, or even a coiled closed-cell foam pad in the interior. And since I'm using this as my day pack, and I'm of course not bringing a sleeping pad, I'm just using a short C-shaped section of sleeping pad. And during stops, I can pull out the pad and use it as my sit pad. If you use a frameless pack, I'd encourage you to experiment with using one of these options. This will save weight and improve the comfort of the pack. Alright, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more related content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.